I would rather do a film. I would rather do a film like Khuda Hafiz and a role like Faiz Abu Malik, ताकि लोगों को ये बात सोचनी ही नहीं पड़ी कि वो 7 साल तक कर क्या रहा था. You know, it should actually be like that film. Yeah, and that film and that character should make such an impact that nobody is concerned about, oh, where were you and what were you doing. I was offered a film, and I got this film as a main lead, and I went to sign the film. And suddenly the director is like, listen, आपने तो बताया नहीं हमें कि आप टेलीविजन में. मैंने कहा इसमें बताने की क्या बात है. I mean, it's out in the open for everyone to see. Then he's like, no, you're too overexposed and we cannot have you as part of this film. So I felt so bad. It's because अगर मैंने 2013 के बाद मैं अगर बस घर पे बैठ गया होता और कहता कि मुझे यार सिर्फ कमर्शियल फिल्म मिली कि तो मैं काम करूंगा, तो आज मुझे ये फिल्म भी नहीं मिलती.
Hi, welcome to Peeping Moon. I'm Rashita Sahani, and today I have with me a very special guest, Shiv Pandit, who's going to be next seen in Hotstar Plus Disney's film Khuda Hafiz. Hi Shiv, welcome to Peeping Moon. How are you doing?
Hi. Thank you so much for having me. I'm doing very well. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
So how's the lockdown been for you?
Yeah, it's been actually hectic with all these video interviews and everything.
That's been right. You're looking really nice. So I think lockdown has been quite. वैसे काफी लोग, I must tell you, some people have come out looking much better than they used to look after the lockdown.
Yeah, at home, just taking care of everything. So yeah. You tell me, how has it been for you promoting from home? How has this been for you?
मैं फिल्म का नाम नहीं लूंगा, बट मैं एक ऐसी फिल्म आई थी बहुत साल पहले जिसमें the actor in the film was the director, writer, producer, editor, script writer, cinematographer, sound engineer. He was everything. Credits में उनका नाम था. But I have become like that only. I have been my own DOP, my own director, my own costume designer, my own everything. And after the lockdown, I have realized I love my technical team even more. You know, I mean, how much you don't understand. Sometimes as actors, you're just used to, okay, fine, let's quickly get ready, go to work. But, you know, you don't realize how much goes into it. And now that I'm having to do a lot of stuff by myself, now that I'm having to do a lot of stuff by myself and all of it by myself, I have even more respect for everybody, you know, in the technical team, because whatever people see on screen, जो भी वो देखते हैं, that is a मेहनत of कम से कम 50 लोगों की मेहनत होती है वो.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, hats off to all of them, and really appreciate what they do. And yeah, so but एक चीज है, after sort of having to do everything myself, my understanding and of the whole thing has become a lot more.
That's great. Yeah, I think everyone can relate to it.
Yeah, I mean, right now, see, I'm in Delhi right now, and आप मानोगे नहीं, I'll tell you a funny story. I'd come here for one day. मैं एक दिन के लिए आया था, and I had come with a small cabin baggage. I had come with a small cabin baggage, and I'd got 3-4 pairs of clothes. I'd come for one day, and I'd come for my mother's birthday, and that's it. उसके बाद I've been here. I've been in Delhi only. Because जैसे मैं 14th को आया, suddenly there was a media में this thing about COVID became a reality. You know, it became a very big reality, and then I was like, चलो ticket cancel करके देखते हैं कुछ दिन, and then curfew हो गया, and मैं इधर ही टक गया.
I know. A lot of people, I think, have gone through it. So yeah. So, you know, talking about your journey, Shiv, I'll begin with your debut in Shaitan in 2011. It actually garnered you so much attention, and you were nominated for, you were actually called the most promising male debut that year. And, you know, then after that, we didn't see much of you. What happened?
I don't know. I think I did actually after I was doing a film with Viacom. Shaitan was with Viacom, and they offered me another film called Mumbai, Delhi, Mumbai, which then surprisingly they shot the film, then they halted the film, and then the film sort of released it had a very weak kind of a release. Like the promotion was very weak, and it just came and went. And now people are seeing it on Netflix, and they're like, hey, when did this movie release? And I'm like, you know, the movie just came and went. And then Boss came around, and then Boss did about average kind of a affair. So I think what happened was I think it was just unlucky, I guess, because I did not want to continue working in the kind of roles I was being offered. So I was like, yeah, मैं wait करूँगा, no problem, but मैं सही तरीके का काम करूँगा. The kind of work which supposing, so for example, if you say if Boss is my last commercial film, which was in 2013, now we're in 2020, I'm doing another commercial film after 7 years. So I would rather do a film like Khuda Hafiz and a role like Faiz Abu Malik, ताकि लोगों को ये बात सोचनी ही नहीं पड़ी कि वो 7 साल तक कर क्या रहा था. It should actually be like that film. Yeah, and that film and that character should make such an impact that nobody is concerned about, where were you and what were you doing. So then I decided, let's do work which I'm proud of, and let's do work which I really want to be seen. And sometimes क्या होता है ना कि as actors choices are not that. We sometimes, like people used to, you're rightly saying, after Shaitan, everyone asked me, "Arey, why aren't you doing those kind of roles? अरे तू वैसे रोल क्यों नहीं करता यार?" तो I'm like, यार स्क्रिप्ट तो आने दो, अगर ऐसा कोई रोल और स्क्रिप्ट अगर आएगी तभी तो कर पाऊंगा मैं. So it was just unfortunate. I didn't get offered anything like that. But I usually am a very guarded person in a sense that I don't like to say कि अच्छा मेरा काम ये है वो है. But I don't know. After meeting Farooq, Vidyut, the entire team of Khuda Hafiz, जिस तरीके से ये film बनी है and the way they've worked hard on the film, I have a very strong gut feeling that people are gonna be like, dude, what a film, man. I have a very strong feeling.
I think even when the trailer released, the reaction of the audience was, very good. They had only good things to talk about the trailer and the film. But of course, we'll talk about it a little later. I just also want to know that you also made your debut in the South industry with a Tamil film.
Yeah.
And then, you didn't like it there, and why didn't you continue?
मेरा actually bad luck हो गया. I actually really enjoyed working there. I did I'll give you a small background to that. So I was doing a show on television called FIR, where I was playing this character called Hanuman Prasad Pandey, and then I did it for a year, and then I sort of wanted to get into films. But उस वक्त जो मुझे films offer हो रही थी, वो एक तो films उस वक्त उस जमाने में it was like कि आप TV करते हैं तो आप एक TV actor हैं, आप films करते हैं तो आप एक film actor हैं. So it was very difficult for me to break into films in that sense. I remember I was offered a film, and I got the film as a main lead, and I went to sign the film. And suddenly the director was like, "Listen, आपने तो बताया नहीं हमें कि आप television में." मैंने कहा, इसमें बताने की क्या बात है? I mean, it's out in the open for everyone to see. Then he's like, "No, you're too overexposed, and we cannot have you as part of this film." I felt so bad. And I was like, "Yeah, this is almost like as if I'm some low grade category of work." But now, luckily the mindset has changed. There is no mindset of television, film. You are gauged on the basis of your performance and your look and all those, your auditions or whatever. So before Shaitan happened, that's how the South film happened, because I decided कि यार I'm going to take it as a challenge. अगर अगला मेरे को काम नहीं दे रहा है, because मैं TV का हूँ या whatever, I've done one television show called FIR, so let me change that mindset. So I started getting into a lot of commercials. I did pretty big commercials during that time, and I did this one Airtel campaign, जिसकी वजह से somebody in the South saw me on that Airtel campaign. I had done it with Shad Ali, and this was this very big campaign. And then they said, "Listen, you're going to be part of this film, but आपको मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी. कम से कम 6-8 महीना you'll have to learn the language, because I don't want you to say 1, 2, 3, 4, and then someone will come and dub for you."
Yeah.
So we spent 6 to 8 months rehearsing the script, the nuances. They sent somebody from Chennai to teach me the whole script and everything, and how to, the mannerisms. And yeah, I really enjoyed that film. But उस film में भी I think मेरे साथ ये थोड़े से bad lucks हुए. The producer of that film did not promote and release the film properly, जिसकी वजह से वो film theatrically शायद ज्यादा लोगों ने नहीं देखी, but when it came on digital, when it came on television, a lot of people saw it and they really liked it. In fact, even today मुझे उस फिल्म के लिए लोग बोलते हैं that why didn't you continue in the South? What was the reason? Why didn't you continue? And why haven't you? So I'm like, यार मुझे कोई अच्छा offer कोई देगा, I would love to do it, because I really enjoyed the name of the film was Leelai. I really enjoyed working in this film, Leelai. So Leelai was the name of the film, and I really wish I would love to work there again. I have a lot of friends from the South, and as it so happens that the director of my film Leelai, Andrew Vasant, is very good friends. They went he's from the same school and same batch as the director of my film Shersha, Vishnu Vardhan. Yeah. Vishnu Vardhan and Andrew are from the same school, same like college and same batch at in Chennai.
Ironic, yeah.
Yeah, so it's, I mean, so I have a lot of connections there. I would love to work there again, but let's see what the future holds.
Okay. And now, of course, your journey has been one of a kind. You have started with a bang, and now you're again doing a commercial film, Khuda Hafiz, and it has already made a lot of buzz. So, can we call it like your sort of your comeback film?
I don't know. I mean, you can call it whatever you want if you want to call it a comeback. Because see, the thing is, एक चीज मैंने what I've made sure of is that even if I did not do a commercial film between 2013 and 2020, I did a lot of other films. So I did a really big film for Netflix, which is called Love. Then I did a couple of other web series in the middle, which did really well. I did a couple of other films as well. So the thing was, what I kept doing was I kept working. And I think, I mean, you can say it's come back into the commercial arena again. But I think one of the reasons I am here doing this film is because अगर मैंने 2013 के बाद मैं अगर बस घर पे बैठ गया होता और कहता कि मुझे यार सिर्फ कमर्शियल फिल्म मिली कि तो मैं काम करूंगा, तो आज मुझे ये फिल्म भी नहीं मिलती. Because this film is a result of those 7 years of work that I have done in different fields, जहाँ पे शायद मैं more experienced हो गया हूँगा या शायद मुझे एक acting की थोड़ी और समझ में आ गई होगी. I would have understood more nuances about myself, my performance. So all that has played a part in what I have in getting me Khuda Hafiz. अगर मैं 2013 के बाद बस घर पे बैठा होता और वेट करता होता, I wouldn't have gotten Khuda Hafiz.
I know, yeah, correct. And how did you actually get the film and the part, and were you excited when you heard about your role in it?
Well, to be honest with you, I was actually shooting for Shershaah in Kargil, and वहाँ पे कोई network, and the network was pretty terrible there, and because of there was that Kashmir का वो there was that article 370 was going on, and basically there was very bad network and internet connectivity, and during that time I got a call from Vidyut's manager Abbas saying that listen, there's this film and we want you to be a part of it, and I was like okay, great. And then Farokh and me tried, like Farokh की एक script download करने में मुझे एक हफ्ता लग गया because of the network, and then finally Farokh and me spoke on the phone. We did some video calls, I read the script, and from the get-go Farokh was like, listen, I'm telling you, trust me on this, we've never met before this, but I'm aware of your work, just do this film and trust me, you'll really like, because I have a feeling somehow somewhere Farokh Kabir himself is Faiz Abu Malik, because this character, he's so much in love with this character that I have a feeling Farokh himself is Faiz, because the way when I was doing my digital, अभी तो मैं चलिए लॉकडाउन में डिजिटल आपके साथ कर रहा हूँ, this otherwise we would have met face to face. My digital journey has started for Khuda Hafiz has started my journey for Khuda Hafiz has started digitally only, because I was not in Bombay, I could not meet him, so I was doing everything via the video calls. So it's surprise. So then we started doing our reading, and I could make out the way Farokh used to speak about Faiz Abu Malik. I was like, wow, man, this guy is speaking with such relish, with such मतलब पूरा निचोड़ के he was talking about the character, and I was like बल्ले यार, मतलब ये बंदा, इसको इतना प्यार है इस कैरेक्टर से, तो फिल्म में तो धमाका हो जाएगा, like that. And for me, the conviction of the maker is very important. If the maker is slightly coming across as confused, कि उन्हीं को पता नहीं कि वो अच्छा ये भी कर लेंगे वो भी कर लेंगे, तो क्या होता है, मैं कंफ्यूज हो जाता हूँ. बट जब मेरे से कोई मुझे बोलता है कि ऐसा है ऐसा, it's this like clear thought, clear precision, so with that what happens is I end up respecting my maker, because then I know कि मैं आंख बंद कर सकता हूँ, मुझे सिर्फ उनकी आवाज सुननी है, and I have to follow him, and I like doing that. I like following clear, precise instructions, so for me that is very important. And then Farokh and me just got along like a house on fire, yaar. We just really vibe with each other. तो उनके साथ क्या होता था, he was very clear कि यार मुझे ये 7-8 चीजें चाहिए, and I used to say चलो फारूक मैं ये 1-2 चीज और कर देता हूँ. So that collaborative effort came, and we were able to, but definitely whatever love and appreciation I get for Khuda Hafiz, the reason behind that is Farokh Kabir. Sweet. So Farokh Kabir is really the reason for any kind of love and appreciation. if I will get. I'm just telling you.
I'm sure you will, because the response is already so good. Like I was just going through the YouTube comments on the trailer. It's fabulous. So I'm sure once people watch the film, they'll feel the same thing and about your character. So,
Thank you.
So in the film, of course, there is Vidyut Jamwal as well. How did you two gel? Like how was it on set?
So, Vidyut ke saath, it was, initially it was very, I have to be honest with you, Vidyut was also not that kind of a guy ki, oh, arey bhai, kaise ho, and all that. So, the first day when I came to Tashkent in Uzbekistan, so he met me while they were, Farooq and him were going out for dinner, and he met me and he's like, yaar, I'm really happy to have you on board this film. It's really nice that you're here. And then I went out for dinner with those guys and we had a nice, pleasant evening. But it was still very formal. Like it took some time for the ice to break, and somehow after about 2-3 weeks of filming, I still remember there was this time when I was sitting in the car. We were in the middle of a deserted location. There was no trailer or anything like that, and we were just sitting in our respective cars whenever the shot used to get cut. So Vidyut और मैं एक साथ Vidyut और मेरा scene चल रहा था, and we were sitting in the car together. And I told him, I said, listen, Vidyut, yaar, mere cousin ka birthday hai in India. And you know, nowadays for birthdays, everyone makes those video messages and all that. So I said, listen, would you be willing to give him a birthday wish? He said, yeah, sure. So then I started recording, hi, whatever, happy birthday to you. And I've got a surprise for you. And I turned the camera to Vidyut, and Vidyut also gave that guy a wish. And I don't know why, but after that moment, although it might sound odd, but Vidyut and me just clicked like a house on fire. Like today I can tell you कि भले मैं विद्युत के साथ इसके बाद कभी काम ना करूँ. I'm just saying, although I'd love to work with him because it's been a pleasure work with him, but I will still have him as a friend in my life because him and me have genuinely become very good friends, and I'm very thankful for that. He is such a sweet guy. Like I remember when I wrapped the film, तो वो location पे था नहीं, तो मेरा wrap हो रहा था, I was feeling a little emotional, you know, because it had been a hard journey. It was a tough journey, you know, and the film is a very emotional kind of an experience. Yeah. And suddenly this guy comes to me, sir, आपका पैकअप हो गया? मैंने कहा हाँ. ये विद्युत सर ने भेजा, and he sent like this massive cake, and then in front of the entire unit we cut the cake, and then when the cake and all happened, I said, where is Vidyut? He's like, sir दूसरी location पे shoot कर रहे हैं, because we were doing a double unit. So then I was going, and he said, sir, एक और चीज सर ने भेजी है आपके लिए. And I said, what? And he gave me this letter, this handwritten letter which Vidyut had written, and it was, I was so touched because I read the letter. It was an emotional letter about, you know, our journey together, and I thought that was a very, very sweet gesture, and I was very touched by it. And I've treasured that letter and kept it because, you know, all that the 3-4 months of stuff that we went, it's written about all that, and I thought it was a wonderful gesture on his part. So yeah, he's a great friend today. I can totally call him a very, very dear friend of mine.
That's great. Also, the film was actually, you know, supposed to release in theaters, but of course, because of the entire situation, all the films now are releasing on web. But when the announcement to PressCon happened, the cast of course, Khuda Hafiz and another film called Loot Case, they were not present for it. And I think Vidyut also tweeted about it, that it was not a very fair decision. So why do you think that happened? Because even Khuda Hafiz is a commercial film, it's a big film. Why do you think it was missed from the PressCon?
See, I don't know what the actual reason is. One can say maybe it was a marketing glitch, or maybe it was a oversight ki galti se nahi bulaya ya whatever. But having said that, what happens is these marketing glitches, if it was a marketing glitch ki galti se matlab nahi bulaya, I'm giving the benefit of doubt to everybody involved. Yeah. If it was that, then I think it was a very bad glitch, because what happened is that representation in this country is anyway, you know, very important, because, you know, this country is such that representation as an issue is very grave and a very deep issue. So even if they had called Kunal Khemu, they had called Vidyut, they had called, let's say, Mukesh Chhabra to represent Dil Bechara. So 4 out of 7 films were represented, and actually 3 weren't repped. You know, they could have called Mukesh as well to rep Dil Bechara. So the point is that representation is very, very, one has to be very aware of that, because if it was a glitch, if it was a hindsight, that causes a lot of, because you are so attached to your film. You're so attached to your film. So if you want to be there to announce it. So I don't think it was done intentionally. I really don't think it was done intentionally by anybody. But I think the initial feeling, like I spoke to Vidyut about it, that how come, you're not a kind of guy who tweets like that. He said, yaar, maine kuch socha nahi, mere ko jo dil mein aaya, maine kar diya yaar. So I guess he also must have felt hurt because, like me, who's gone through this entire journey of Khuda Hafiz, he has too. And he is also excited. I think he was coming from a good place कि यार मैं अपनी फिल्म के बारे में क्यों नहीं मैं promote करूँगा, like that.
Okay, yeah. Also, now you have this film with Siddharth Malhotra, it's Shersha. Tell me something about it, if you can talk something about your role as well.
I mean, it's a little too early to tell you anything right now. I can just tell you that I'm really blessed to have done a film with, what's it called? Sid as well, because Sid's a good friend as well now. And we've shared a whole different journey on that film. And I'm really glad to have worked with Vishnu Vardhan, who's such a terrific director. In fact, I remember meeting Vishnu many years ago in Chennai. And it's so funny that I'm working with him after all these years, and wow, man. And Vishnu sir is he's become he's a darling of a guy, but he's become a great, I really love him genuinely, like he's become a great friend of mine. I really like him, And so Vishnu, Sid, Nikitan, he is in the film as well. He's a dear friend. It was a different journey altogether. It's too early to talk about it, but yes, I'm also very excited, and I hope that the theaters, that COVID 2019 can be a distant memory, and Shersha can come in the theaters, because it's a big, wide scape kind of a war film, and I really want the audience to enjoy it in the big screen.
Of course. Okay. Thank you so much for talking to me. It was great chatting with you.
My pleasure.
All the very best for all your
very best. Take care and stay safe, and hope to see you in person at some point.
Yeah. For Shersha, I hope.
Great. Thank you. Take care.
Yeah.
Bye.